Hey, Terry, so I'll move it a little bit beyond the politics. I know that there was great conversation around geopolitical issues around the world. What I'm seeing my clients struggling with is primarily collaboration. Now that in many cases they've gone back to the office, there's an element of hybrid work, but getting people to collaborate, thinking about the systems, how they approach meetings, how they reestablish rituals to help people connect is a huge issue. Then coaching and accountability are also big issues at this point, where people are trying to wrap their heads around how they can take advantage of some of what became residual benefits of the hybrid work, but transition effectively to that in-person work. So that's what a lot of my clients are struggling with at this point.
Yeah, and it's interesting, Mahan, because I actually spend a lot of time in this space training and coaching around how do people in organizations adapt to this new world. You know, so I often say we went to bed in 2019, we think we're in 2022, but we're actually in 2030, because so much has accelerated. There'll be hundreds of books written about how this has changed the way we communicate, connect, delegate, all of these things. And there's no single answer, is there, Mahan? I think it depends on the frequency of the organization, the capacity, the capability, the willingness, the open-mindedness, all of those things. What do you think? Does it depend on so many factors?
It does, Simon, and I'm laughing because a couple of nights ago I was at an Economic Club of Washington event, and we were having a conversation around the table, and I find it amusing that every time Jamie Dimon says something about the fact that everyone has to be in the office working the way they did 2-3 years ago, he keeps getting quoted by people to a certain extent who don't realize that we have fast forwarded, exactly as you said, to 10 years ahead. So this is a great opportunity to reinvent, not try to go back to the way things were that a lot of senior executives have spent most of their life in. So I understand why it's difficult for them to change. But to your point, there aren't exact blueprints. It requires a lot of experimentation, depending on the organization's culture, depending on approaches. But that experimentation requires new approaches, no rewinding back. That's one of the big challenges in the conversations that I'm having.
I think rewinding is a key word here. You know, sometimes there needs to be, okay, let's bring this back in. Okay, it's just floating out here, and it's not even landing anywhere, so we can move forward. You know, let's bring this back in. Let's rewind this thing and really take a look at it from a deeper perspective. What it's going to do for us, our company, and our customers going forward. So great stuff, man.